Hello friends, my name is Jyoti. I am Assistant Professor, School of Management Sciences, Lucknow. Now today we will discuss sales forecasting. It is one of the important topic as we all know that the market or the overall business scenario is very diverse. Diverse means certain changes or frequent changes are happening in the scenario. So, it is very difficult to identify the basically the sales aspect, the overall sales scenario in the future time period. It is very necessary for the company that the company should know what can be the future estimation, what can be the future production of the product, and that whenever the demand arise, that demand can be fulfilled on time. So, it is one of the important or crucial topic that you should understand as a student of sales, as a student of marketing. Basically, sales management is basically suitable to those students who want to excel or explore their career in the field of sales. So, it is very crucial for them, it is very necessary for them to know the concept of sales forecasting. Basically, sales forecasting is the topic, this particular topic is divided into two parts. I will cover the basic introductory part in part 1 and the methods through that is that are basically used by the companies in order to forecast the sales, that will be covered in part 2. So, today now I am going to start this particular lecture with part 1, that is the basic introductory part of sales forecasting. Forecast. The word forecast means to estimate, estimation, forecast means estimation. Estimation means what can be the demand or what will be the demand in future time period, what can be the sale of the product in the future time period, that is to be basically estimated by the company, and that is very required for the company, that is very necessary for the company, that the company should understand what can be the sales product, how much production can be done by the companies in order to create the customer, in order to retain the customers, because once customer created, it is very difficult, or it becomes a biggest deal for the company to retain those customers who are already created. So, in order to fulfill the timely demand, the company should do this particular action, means to estimation of the demand in for the future course of action. So, as the in slide we are seeing that sales forecasting is a projection of consumer demand over a period of time for the goods and services. Why this projection is required? Because one of the important word has been written there, that is consumer. As we all are consumer and customer, and our preferences and choices of product basically varies very frequently, means the taste and preferences of us varies due to certain reasons, means after the arrival of a new product, after the introduction of a new technology, whatever the reasons can be explained in the later slides, but consumer taste and preferences may vary, or very frequent changes may happen in the taste and preferences of or the demand of the customer. So, it is very required that the company should project the overall demand of the customer for a future time period of a particular product or service. Suppose if a customer is purchasing your product, and can you assure that that customer will be purchase the product again and again. So, it is very necessary, and obviously sales forecasting, the definition part is that it is one of the estimation, it cannot be correct, because estimation is can't be correct all the time, but it is just like a projection or estimation of the future sales that can be happened due to the change found in the scenario. So, sales forecasting is the projection of consumer demand over a period of time about a particular product or service, or basically sales forecasting is an art or science. Why we as management student and professional students study whatever the subject, the nature of the subject, one point has been written always there, it is art as well as science. Why it is called science? Because of the theories, because of the available methods that should be used by the companies. But why it is called art? means you being a professional student, being a management or marketing student, you have studied the concept of sales management or sales forecasting. You have the idea, you have the concept of different methods of forecasting, but how you are going to apply that obviously vary from one individual to individual, and that is basically the art part, means how an individual student or how an individual sales manager or salesperson is going to apply the studied concept and theories. That is all about art. So, we can define that, we can say that sales forecasting is basically the art or science, art as well as science of predicting future demand by anticipating what consumers are likely to do in a given set of circumstances for a particular time period, for a given time period. So, we are very much understand about the term art and science, means for sales forecasting is basically a science because of the theories and the concepts available in this particular associated with this particular concept. And why it is called art? Because of the artistic, means because of the application part, means how an individual is going to apply this particular concept or the theories, that is all about art. So, in totality we can define the sales forecasting, or in nutshell we can say that sales forecasting is basically a future projection about a product or service. Features of sales forecasting. Features means just we can say that the characteristic or the nature of the sales forecasting. Forecasting relates to future events. Obviously, forecasting is being done by the companies in order to anticipate the future course of action, the future events that will happen in a in coming time. The second one is forecasting is needed for planning process. Obviously, it helps the planning function of the management, what can be the changes in future time period that has been communicated to the company, and accordingly the company just set out or just decide the accordingly the company just plan out the future course of action, and this the company or the employees of the company just prepare themselves for tackling the diversity of the future course of action. It defines the third feature of sales forecasting is defines the probability of happening of future events. Therefore, happening of future events can be precise only to a certain extent. Means before we by doing forecasting earlier we are just able to identify the actions or the future affected factors. So, accordingly we can be prepared in order to tackle those uncertainties that will happen in future time period. Forecasting is made by analyzing past and present factors which can be relevant for the functioning of, like in part 2 of sales forecasting lecture, we will study the different methods of forecasting. In those methods we will see that on the basis of the past and present factors or the scenario, the company is able to forecast the future sales or the future scenario of the product and service. So, it is basically based on the present and the past factors that being considered by the company while projecting the future sales. And the last is the analysis of various factor may require. Obviously, as I told earlier that there are methods, those methods are divided into two parts, like qualitative and quantitative methods. Qualitative means overall we are exploring the factors and we are gathering information through expert opinion and statement. And if we talk about quantitative methods, under these methods we will use different tools and methods or formulas of stats and mathematics in order to forecast the sales for a future time period. Next question is, while if a company is forecasting the sale of a product, what factors should be considered by them while doing this? These are the factors that must be considered by the companies or by the sales manager while doing these particular course of action. Like the first one is competition, second changes in technology, third is government action, and the fourth one is factor related to the concern itself, means the factors related to the concerned company itself. Now, we will discuss one by one. The first factor that will affect that should be considered by while doing forecasting, that is the competition factor. Competition is basically your competitors are one of the crucial factors that somehow affect your business functioning. So, existing and new competitors in the category of the product in which you are dealing, that may somehow affect the sale of your product in the future time period due to by strategies adopted while working on product part, pricing part, place part and promotion part. So, these activities or these strategies of your competitors may somehow affect or hamper your future demand or the future course of action. So, these factors means the competition, the level of competition or the competitors factor should be must be considered by the companies while forecasting the sale. And the second one is opinion of the customer about the product of other competitors. Exactly, as customers, as individual customers like us, we have different alternatives or different options of different companies. So, we just switch our if suppose I am not satisfied with the usage of one particular company, so I just switch my behavior or my preferences towards other product categories. So, it is very necessary for the companies that in order to forecast or in order to identify the level of competition, the opinion of customers about the competitor's product should also be considered while determining or deciding the forecasting or the anticipation part. The second one is changes in technology. Obviously, it is one of the most important factor, like with the advancement of technology, certain new products are coming and new services are coming into the market, or as we customers, we are obviously we want to use certain product or such products which uses upgraded or updated technology, which somehow makes ease our functioning, which makes our functioning very easy. So, we adopt those products. So, it is one of the factor that should be considered, and that factor is changes in technology, means with the use of newer technology, certain new products are coming into the market that may affect or that may hamper your future estimation or future demand of the product. And next, the taste and liking of the consumer changes. Obviously, after the advancement of technology, certain new products are changed. So, we as customer just leave the option of the older product or the older technologies product, and we just adopt those products which are basically which has been made by using upgraded technology. So, it should be considered by the company while forecasting the demand also the sales. Next is government action, means due to government action and policies, expected sales may hamper. So, it should be considered while forecasting the sales, means whenever you are going to offer certain products, so you should consider the government actions and the policies, means these policies are in the favor of your product or services or not, means you should consider, suppose you have offered a particular product that has been banned or that has not been circulated by the government. So, it somehow affect your future sales or the sales aspect of your product. So, you should consider the action and the policies of the government while offering the product or while determining the forecasting of the product. Next and the last one, that is for factors related to the concern itself, means the factor related to the concerned company. These are basically the controllable factors or the factors related to the company itself. Like the first one is change in the capacity of the plant. Suppose the demand of your product has increased in the market, means the customers are demanding your product, but your plant or the machineries that or the machines that you have been used for manufacturing the product, that has not so much of capacity in producing or manufacturing that product, that somehow affect your future the demand of your product. So, second one is change in price due to change in expenditure. Suppose time to time a company has to change the pricing strategy of the product. Suppose if we talk about product life cycle, the product is the pricing basically change at the change in the stages of product life cycle. So, if the product cost is expenditure is high, so the company can accordingly change the price of that product, it may increase or decrease the price of the product. So, somehow it is one of the factor that affect the future sale of the product. Suppose you have increased the price of your product, so your customer may leave the or just switch the behaviors towards the other product which are economical or which are there under which are in the use of their saving or whatever the pocket allows them to purchase that product they are adopting. And if you as company has increased the price of your product, it may happens, means these may happen. Next is changes in product mix. Product mix is basically a combination of certain elements like the product length, depth and width we talk about. Means if being a company, if you have done certain changes in context of the product, different product categories that are offered by you, so somehow it may affect. Suppose you are focusing or you are concerned about those product categories which are very high high potential products, means are able to generate high revenue. So, you are very much concerned about those product category and you have somehow ignored those product categories which are not so much are potential or do not have so much of potential or able to generate revenues. So, somehow these factor affect your estimation part. So, it should be considered while determining the demand of your product. And the next and the most important one, obviously non availability of efficient manpower, because if we talk about factor of production, machine, money, material, all things are available, but who will channelize these things? Obviously the manpower will channelize. So, if the company has efficient manpower or the capable manpower, so they can be channelize their factor of production. And if the company does not have so much efficient manpower or the capable manpower, so somehow the company is not able to fulfill the timely need or timely demand of the product that customer has brought, and the customer has demanded has generated a demand for your product. So, it is very required that if you are estimating the future sales, so you should be analyze that case the company is able to have that much of efficient manpower or not, it should be analyzed. If it is, then you just consider that the company has the efficient manpower, efficient manpower resources, so you can accordingly forecast the future sales. Next is the types of sales forecasting. As in the slide we are able to see that there are two types of forecasting. The first one is short term and long term forecasting. Short term forecasting, name itself refers that basically these type of forecasting is done for a period of basically 3 months, 6 months or 1 year. Basically it is done for a period of 1 year. And what is the purpose for doing this particular forecast aspect? Means what is the purpose of short term forecasting? So, these are the purposes. So, basically to fulfill or to make a provision or to supervise the scenario or the availability of the raw material, so that the production activity can be met out whenever the demand is generated in the market. Next is to have a proper control of inventory. As inventory we all know that it can be in the form of raw material, semi finished or finished. So, the company should have by doing forecasting, the company is able to know the inventory scenario, that the company has the company enough inventory in order to fulfill the future demand that will be arise in a future time period. Next is to set the sales target. Obviously, by estimating the future sales, by estimating the scenario of the future sales, the sale manager basically set the target or the quotas that will be given to the sales representative and expected to achieve that particular target or the quota. So, forecasting somehow helps the sales manager in determining or in setting the different targets or the quotas that will be that basically is expected to recovered or fulfilled by the sales representative. Next, to arrange the financial requirement in advance to meet out the demand. Obviously, by forecasting, the company is also able to forecast the future course of action, the future activities that will be conducted by the company. So, in every activity, in every future course of action, there is some financial aspect involved. So, what context, which context of finance, or up to us which context finance is required, that is to be also estimated by the company. Means future course of action will be obviously performed by the companies, and every how much activity or how much one particular event requires in terms of finance, that is being also estimated by the company. So, by doing short term forecasting, the company is also able to know the financial requirement that will be fulfilled by conducting the future course of action in context of forecasting. Next is long term forecasting. The forecasting basically that covers a period of 5, 10 and even 20 years. Obviously, these type of forecasting is also done by the companies in order to know the time period, a longer time period, means how is the scenario of the sales in these longer time of period, and what can be the purposes of long term forecasting. So, these are basically the purposes of long term forecasting. Like the first one is obviously to plan for the new unit of production or expansion of existing unit to meet out the demand. Obviously, whatever the things required under long term forecasting must somehow related to those assets or those things which require heavy capital or heavy amount of money, because once you invested, that money cannot be recovered at once. So, before investing in long term assets or in heavy investment, you as company should be very careful while investing in these long term assets or in heavy investment. So, what can be, it is one of the important purpose of long term forecasting that before investing into certain production activity, you should forecast that how is the scenario of the product, you should just try to know. The second one is to plan the long term financial requirement, as obviously whatever the future course of action that will be conducted by the company, and as I told earlier that every action or activities requires certain amount of money. So, the company can accordingly forecast or estimate the amount of money or the amount of fund that can be required by the company in order to meet out the future course of action that is required, that basically comes under the long term forecasting. And the third one is to train the personnel so that manpower requirement can be met in future time period. Obviously, as I told earlier that machine, money, materials are available, but manpower is one of the crucial aspect or crucial element who are able to channelize the things. Means certain things are available, but who will channelize? Obviously manpower, and the company should have efficient manpower. Means whatever the future course of action estimated by the company just see that is the company has the suitable or efficient manpower, that is to be also be forecasted, so that they just hire or accordingly recruit internally, so that the future course of action can be made out or can be channelized by the available human resource. Next is importance of sales forecasting. Obviously, this particular topic has been added in your course on one particular topic. This particular topic has been added in your curriculum. So, it must have a certain importance. What can be importance? Obviously, if the company is able to forecast the future course of action or future scenario, so accordingly the company can plan out, the company can determine a particular budgeting system, and obviously the company can analyze the risk factors, those can hamper the activities of the companies in future course of action. The second one is by forecasting the sale, the company basically the company can efficiently allocate the or invest the resources for future growth, and the company will be able to earn money or the earn profit part. And sales forecast, obviously as in the previous slides we have seen that To set the sales target, one of the feature has been written there. So, accordingly sales manager gives the target or the quota to the sales representative, and because sales representative already know the future targets or the future goals, then accordingly they can plan out their future course of action, means how they are going to achieve those targets or quota that has been assigned by the immediate boss or the concerned company or the concerned sales manager. And obviously the last one is sales forecasting helps the businesses in estimating their cost and revenue part, means whatever how much cost the company is going to incur and how much revenue the company will be able to recover in the future course of action, the company is able to identify. So, these are the importance of important aspect of sales forecasting. That is why sales forecasting is being done by the company in order to know the scenario. Next is the forecasting process, means obviously the forecasting is being done by the company, then it is the process, and this particular process is followed by the company. Like the first is developing the basis, second estimating future operations, third is regulating the forecast, and fourth one is reviewing the methods. Like developing the basis of forecasting means what can be the base, if you are going to taking the base of your present or the past sales, accordingly you have or qualitative methods, so accordingly you can just firstly decide or develop the basis of forecasting. Accordingly the second one is future operations, means on those basis what can be your future goal or future course of action, that has to be estimated by the sales manager or the concerned company. Next is regulate the forecast, means you have just decided the method of forecasting, you have just used the different methods of forecasting and you have decided one particular target of the sales. So, you just regulate the forecast, means whatever the forecasting figure that has been communicated to the concerned people. And the last one is the review the process, means every step of this particular process is being checked, and lastly it has been checked out that whatever the estimation or the forecasting is being done by the company in context of the sales figure or the sales scenario that have been achieved by the company or not, it is being basically checked by the company under the review the process. So, it is basically the process or the flow of activity or the flow of steps which is used under forecasting the sales. Means the first one is develop the basis of forecasting, means firstly the company should decide which method or which basis is the company is going to consider, present sale or past sales or any expert opinion, whatever the basis. Accordingly whatever the figure or the estimation done by or calculating after different using different methods, whatever the figure the company is getting, that figure must be communicated to the concerned one, and at the last the company is able to see that the figure that have been estimated, that figure has been met out or not. So, accordingly they can just estimate their future course of action, ki right this time we have done this much of activity and it is done in a corrected form, and it has not been corrected, it has been corrected, that activity will be continued and it has certain loopholes, those loopholes will be worked on, and accordingly again the first one means again the basis of determination of the basis and the estimation and the regulate part and the review part. So, it is all about the basic introductory part of the sales forecasting. In the next class I will cover the second part of sales forecasting, in which different methods of sales forecasting will be explained. Thank you.